bro. Parents discover daughter's horrifying secret. All right, chat, let's lock in, bro.
2016, following a 911 call that abruptly cut off just as a woman was screaming for help, 2 deputies from Royce City, Texas head to a rural road where they find a hysterical woman desperately trying to get aid. The following report is based on official police records, and some of the footage has never been seen before until now.
What's going on?
My husband, he went to go help me. My Jeep is stuck around the corner, and he's been shot in the head. Please, he's around the corner.
Come here. Come here.
The guy took. I don't have it. He's on my phone. I don't have anything.
Come here. Have a seat. Have a seat. Have a seat.
Please.
Stay in here. Stay here.
Please. No, please go around. He's dead further. Please go.
What do you mean, no, please? They're gonna go help.
No. Please. Please. Please go. Please go. Please go. Please go. Please.
She said he's down here. He got shot in the head.
Please go. Please go. Please.
Her security unit said our Jeep is stuck down there.
Please go. Please.
The deputy rushes to investigate the situation, updating his partner as he makes his way down the road. The woman, on the other hand, is left secured in the vehicle.
Please tell me something. Please. Come on. Come on, bring him up here. Please, please.
Soon more officials begin to arrive, including an ambulance.
Okay.
Go back there, please, go back there, please, go get him, please.
Damn, she kind of tweaking. Well, I guess her husband did just get shot. My fault. I'm being heartless.
No, is he okay? I have blood on my hands. And I ran. That's all I did. I don't have my phone. I don't have anything. Please let him be okay. I can't do this on my own.
As the woman continues to panic in the back of the police vehicle, the deputy fills the arriving officials in on the situation.
All day. He's sitting in the middle of the road in a real nice Jeep, vehicle running, head down.
Okay.
Looks like he's got a body, shotgun.
A shotgun?
Up at the side of his head. I'm in close contact with him, but there's no gun. There's no gun.
Yes, sir. I don't know if you guys want to look at it. I don't know. Well, you've seen her yet. Well, I'm going to want to talk to her, so.
The ambulance is brought back up the road, notably without the woman's husband inside.
Where are they going? Where are they going? Where are they going?
She's then brought to the ambulance to be checked out and is soon joined by Officer Meek, who will begin the arduous process of detangling the complicated story of what actually happened on that dark, rural road.
So your lungs are clear up here. It's not asthma, okay?
Hello. You're 100% over here on the monitor. You're looking good. You want a little bit of oxygen to help you out?
I want to. Is it okay?
Well, I got to get some information from you real quick, okay? Listen to me real quick. Let these guys do what they need to do, but you listen to me, all right? Just 1 second. What I need you to do is in through your nose, out through your mouth. Slow your breathing down. Concentrate on that. So when you listen to him, when he's talking to you, the whole time I want you to think slow in through the nose, out through the mouth. I'm going to give you a little oxygen. Calm yourself down.
You are not doing the slow breathing, man.
After some deep breaths, the woman reveals that her name is Chasey Pointer. After being read her Miranda rights, she agrees to speak.
Tell us what happened.
I was driving from Quinlan.
What were you driving?
My Jeep.
Okay.
And I was gonna be my husband.
Hey, Jojo.
And when he texted me, I told him I was 3 miles away.
Yeah, slow down.
When he texted me, I came around the curve and I went off the road. And I called him to let him know what happened. When I was on the phone with him, he said, I don't think I can make it down the road. So we walked up here, and we walked back to my Jeep.
So the gray truck right here, who's that?
That's his truck.
That's his truck.
Okay.
He came out here to help me. And he backed the Jeep up, and I was sitting right at the back of it. And I went to go get and I heard a shot, and the Jeep started rolling, and I didn't see anything, and I saw a shadow. That's all I saw. And when I walked up to him, I yelled his name, and I just felt something on me. I ran. I didn't know what else to do, and I dropped my phone. This is where I feel. I don't know where my phone is.
Okay. That's all right. Calm down.
Wait, so she crashes her Jeep in the middle of the country. Whatever. She calls her husband. Husband shows up to help. Husband, some nigga pulls up on him in the middle of this no-name road, shoots the husband, and just dips. What type of random act of terrorism is that?
Breathe slow.
I'm trying.
So was anyone else out there with you?
No, I was out there by myself. I did tell him
Was it your husband? What's his name?
Robert Pointer.
Robert Pointer?
Yeah, he's a firefighter. I didn't mean to come down this road. I was good on the other road.
Uh-huh.
And I missed it.
Right.
So I just took the next thing, and I was looking at my map. It's the only thing.
You were looking at the map and what?
Oh man, bro, she's.
You were looking at the map and what?
I'm not gonna lie, she might need a second, bro.
Just breathe for me, okay?
That's why it's blown.
Just breathe for me.
That's why it's blown on me.
Do you have the mud on you because y'all were trying to get the Jeep
No,
unstuck?
I fell when I was running up here.
Okay.
While the EMTs check out Chasey, Officer Meek takes a few photos for evidence. During this process, she realizes something else is amiss.
Hold your hands together just like that, palm straight now. There you go.
My wedding ring is gone.
Okay, hold on just a second.
Chasey's rambling story will eventually become clearer, but it will also change frequently, leaving investigators with
Damn.
the complicated task of working out the
What
truth.
happened to her?
After being cleared by paramedics, Chasey exits the ambulance and is escorted back to the police vehicle.
I just sore
What are you sore from?
from falling.
She should have stayed quiet till she got to the
While
station.
you're running?
Assuming that she didn't shoot her husband, she might just be tweaking.
Chasey claims that after she heard a shot and saw her husband slumped over
Like
in the
she
driver's
could
seat
just,
of her
you know what
Jeep,
I mean?
she ran and tripped, falling in a mud puddle. She believes this is where her wedding ring, shoes, and phone were. It's also why she abruptly hung up when calling 911. She claims that she couldn't find the phone after she fell. Chasey then gives the investigator some background information about her marriage to Robert, who is 18 years her senior.
47 married with a 29-year-old? Okay.
We've been having problems, and
It's a true crime bid, Beth.
he's contacted an attorney to get a divorce, and I was okay with that. We've been married 6 years, almost 7 years.
So what? She was 22? He was 40? No, God, that shit is like, I don't, that shit is icky to me. But I mean, I guess. But damn, okay.
And he said that he wasn't gonna throw my stuff out anymore. He just wanted me to come home, and I told him that was fine. He said he didn't want to get divorced, and I told him I didn't want to either. I love him. He's a pain in the, but I love him.
The officer asks where she'd been coming from before her Jeep got stuck
Did she
in
say
the ditch,
Jack in the
and
Box?
she called Robert to help her move it. Chasey says she'd been at a friend's house, but there's
Oh.
more to this story than she admits at first.
Whose house was that?
Michael Garza. Michael Garza.
Michael Garza?
Yeah.
Okay. How long you known him?
Y'all, I got $10 that says she was sleeping with Michael. I got $10 saying that she was sleeping with Michael. Dead ass.
For I don't know, 4 or 5 months.
4 or 5 months?
Yeah.
Is he like a boyfriend or just a friend? Or
He was letting me. He told me that I could stay at his house because he's not ever there, and I.
How old is he? How old's Michael Garza?
I don't. He's in his 30s.
In his 30s?
Yeah.
You don't know his
I
age.
don't know a whole lot about him.
This claim about Michael Garza is just the tip of the iceberg, as investigators will soon realize.
You don't know a lot about him. You've been staying over at his house for 4 or 5 months, and you don't know how old the nigga is.
As the crime scene is locked down, Chasey is transported to the police station to give his
interesting.
statement about the horrific events of the night.
Okay.
Yeah, my feet are hurt from being barefoot.
Maybe Michael told her to shoot him. Maybe Michael shot him. Maybe it was a setup. Now she's like, babe, I crashed my car. He comes over to help her, and then the nigga's camping out in the bushes, right? And so then when the husband pulls up to help her, boom, the nigga shoots her and then dips. I mean, shoots him, then dips.
There you go.
Just after 2 a.m., Chasey is brought into an interrogation room, and it's here that the real work of uncovering
Maybe Michael and the
twisted
husband
truth
were together.
begins.
What?
Come sit right here in this great chair for me.
Yo, what's good, Pillow?
I understand
If
that.
you crashed he car blade, I'd drive 1,000 miles. Make sure you got. If I crashed my car, B Mace, you would drive 1,000 miles to make sure you got home safely. You saying if I crashed my car, JoJo? Thanks, man. Thanks, man. I appreciate you. I appreciate you.
Officer Meek read you the Miranda rights and everything else.
I'm gonna leave.
Is that correct?
Hi, bro. You're not a bother, man.
I've never been in a situation before, so I don't know if it's best if I get an attorney or not.
Okay. Well, you're not under arrest.
Okay.
Okay. You're not free to leave because we're still trying to figure out what all happened.
Yo, I was telling someone, hey, bro, you're not under arrest, but fuck no, you can't leave this room. Is a little bit crazy. I mean, I get what they're saying, but still, that's just a little bit crazy.
But you're not under arrest.
Okay.
Chasey is left alone for a few minutes, and she seems to finally take a look at the mud and blood covering her arms. When the detective returns, Chasey begins to tell him about the problem she was having with Robert. She claims it first came to a head about 2.5 years ago.
What did those issues?
Wait, Robert's house look kind of
First
nice,
came to-
chat. Look at Robert's house. I fuck with Robert's house. It's cool. Nice little house.
Ahead about 2.5 years ago.
What did those issues?
Need some more
He
lights, but
real violent towards me.
Okay.
There was a couple times that he broke one of my phones in half. He would go through the phone bill and just call a bunch of numbers. I have a business on the side where I make cakes, and he would call everybody that was on the phone bill to see.
that's
who they were.
dedication.
As it turns out, Robert had actually filed for divorce previously, 2.5 years ago. The couple decided to split up, and Chasey moved out of the house to live with her mom. The problem was, the divorce papers stipulated that she couldn't take her daughter with her.
Oh,
This was one of the reasons the couple decided to reconcile, because Chasey didn't want to leave her daughter. According to Chasey, after getting back together, their relationship had been fine until recently, when Robert filed for divorce again. The couple's 6-year-old daughter had actually come up earlier that night when Chasey was talking to Officer Meek in the back of the police vehicle.
Y'all was trying to kill this poor little daughter. What you mean a spirit flight to Cancun? She might not make it. What y'all niggas talking about? Like y'all don't love this baby.
The last couple days we've been fighting.
Okay. What do y'all fight over?
Anything. He could be my daughter. He's trying to take my daughter away from me, and he keeps telling me he knows the loopholes. She's the only kid I could ever have, and she's everything to me.
Right.
My daughter's my world.
Why would your husband be trying to take your daughter from you, though? Like, what reason did he
Because
give you?
he knows that that's what's gonna hurt me the most, and he knows that's what's gonna make me stay.
Damn.
Despite claiming that her daughter was her world, Chasey had no idea where her daughter was when she made that statement. She'd left her with some of Michael Garza's friends, who were currently trying to find her in order to return her daughter.
Okay. Yeah, your
Earlier
daughter's
that
your
evening,
world, though.
The friends had actually driven to Chasey and Robert's house, but found it empty. As they were returning home, they saw the commotion of emergency lights around the crime scene and decided to stop and speak to police. Chasey's daughter is in the back of their vehicle as they discuss Michael Garza and Chasey with Officer Meek.
Yeah, they were supposed to be going on a date. I was watching the daughter.
Is
A
that why you
date.
kept her?
Yeah,
child?
that's why I have her.
Okay.
And she was like, because she tried to get me to drop her off at somebody's house down the street, and I was like, I'm not doing
No,
that.
that's good. You did good.
Police soon contacted Chasey's mom and stepdad to come and pick up their granddaughter.
Hello,
Jay Harper?
Officer Meek. We got your granddaughter up here in the Suburban here. This was the babysitter. Hey, let's step up here out of the road. All right, here's the deal. They were babysitting your granddaughter today, okay? Because your daughter, well, your daughter had them babysit their daughter so she could go spend the evening with a boyfriend, and that's what we got right now. But so your granddaughter's fine. We just need somebody to take custody of the granddaughter because your daughter's actually being detained right now for our investigation. I can't tell you anything else about the investigation. All I can tell you is she is being detained at this.
Tell us if she's physically okay.
Yes, sir. Yep.
Has there been an accident?
I can't tell you anything else. All I can tell you is she's perfectly fine, breathing and everything, talking to us and everything, but she's being detained at this time for our investigation.
Is her spouse, Robert?
I can't give you any other information about it.
That feels like the fact that he immediately brought up Robert is like suspicious though. Like,
That's kind of uncomfortable, officer.
I understand that.
Desperate for answers, they begin quizzing Michael's friends about the situation.
I don't know anything about what's going on except I was asked about her, Don's daughter, for how many days.
whole family wanted him gone. That's what I'm saying. Maybe the whole family killed him together. They all grabbed the gun and pulled the trigger as one. 3, 2, 1, boom. You know what I mean? I don't know.
What do we do from here?
Just go home, and then whenever everything's figured out, then we'll make phone calls, or she'll be able to make phone calls, or whatever else here in a few minutes. But right now, it's a active investigation, so I can't tell you anything else.
Chasey's mom and stepdad will eventually speak to her, but for now, they take her 6-year-old daughter home with them. Back in her interrogation, Chasey explains that because there were problems in her relationship with Robert again, she'd started talking to Michael Garza, who she met on Facebook. This is only a partial truth.
I met Michael Garcia through Facebook.
Michael Garcia?
Garza, sorry.
Okay.
I don't know why I always do that. We were just friends.
Right.
That's it. Robert knows that I was seeing
What's good,
somebody
Bless?
he doesn't know who.
While she's now claiming that her and Michael Garza were mostly just friends, she said something very different about them hanging out earlier this evening while she was at the crime scene.
Did y'all have a date? Was it date night?
No, we just hung out. We had sex, obviously.
Okay.
Man, I'm not gonna lie to you. Man. First of all, you should not say obviously. What do you mean obviously? Secondly, you just admitted to mad shit at once. You're cheating on your husband. You lied about this just being your friend. Yeah, but you're cooked.
Well, not obviously. I'm asking. I
No.
need you to tell me,
No.
okay?
Yes,
So y'all had sex,
yes.
and how long
Was
were
it
you
good?
over there?
2 hours.
2 hours. Have y'all ever had sex prior to this?
Yes. What's before?
Where at?
In the truck.
In his truck?
Yes.
And so now y'all have
Oh.
sexual relations twice. Tonight
Yes.
being the second time,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
And your husband wasn't aware of any of this?
No.
Okay.
In interrogation, Chasey shares an anecdote about what sparked one of her and Robert's recent fights.
And he kept asking me who came to the house, and I kept telling him I didn't know who came to the house. I received a text message probably about 2 weeks ago from a number, and I didn't know who it was. And I told Robert about it. I sent him screenshots, and so it kind of sparked a little argument. And he kept telling me that if I didn't tell him who it was, that he was going to kick me out.
While Chasey doesn't reveal the significance of this seemingly offhand story, it will
That
later
doesn't make
become
any
crucial
sense.
to understanding what was really going on.
Wait.
And story, it will later
I'm tweaking.
become crucial to understanding what was really going on.
He's had a past, he has hit me over the years, not like constantly, but there's been occasions, whether he gets mad at his ex-wife.
Yeah, he killed him.
And I get
I mean, sorry, she
it
killed him.
taken out on me, but I never pressed charges because I didn't want him to lose his job.
Okay.
And his job is really important to him.
Though Chasey mentions Robert's ex-wife Amy, she doesn't go into detail about the turbulence between the two of them. Robert and Amy had been married for 20 years, but divorced when she discovered he was cheating on her with Chasey.
You lose them how you get them, right? You lose them how you get them. So that's just the way that goes, I guess.
Back in her interrogation, Chasey explains that she and Robert had been fighting for a few days, including the night before Robert was shot.
I got home and Robert just kept calling me names.
Okay.
He kept telling me that I was a and he just felt like I was a and all these other things. And I told him, I said, you're being a right now. I said, I'm not going to sit here and listen to it. I said, I'm just going to
Now,
go.
I'm not co-signing Robert. Robert sounds like a piece of shit ass guy. But you can't say you're being kind of a dick right now when you're actively cheating on him, though. Like, you're actively cheating on him. Like, you're actively living in a house with this dude and you're getting fucked. I don't get it. It's parents discover daughter's horrifying secret. Now, that's just me, though. I'm just being honest. That's all I'm saying.
I said, I don't care if I have to go get a hotel room or if I have to go to my mom's. I said, but I'm not going to listen to it. And I started putting my scrubs in my bag, and he told me that if I left, not to come back.
Despite this, Chasey had returned to the house later that night, and by Friday morning, the day Robert was shot, their turbulent relationship took another turn just as she was leaving for work.
But as I was walking out, he said, I hope you know that I still love you, and I still want you here. So I asked him if we could talk today.
While Chasey says that she and Robert had planned to talk about how they would stay together, she told other people something quite different. Michael's friends, who'd been taking care of Chasey's daughter the night Robert was shot, later spoke with police, and what they shared opposed Chasey's claim.
And she told him that she was going to go meet up with her husband because he finally said that he would sign divorce papers.
While Chasey fully admits to spending time with Michael Garza before meeting up with her husband, when asked about who she was texting and calling while at Michael's house, she leaves out crucial details about a third man, one which complicates this story even further.
Don't tell me she was also sleeping with the other nigga, bro.
You never spoke to anybody, you never called anybody, you never texted anybody other than Robert.
I was texting my friend Brad. He asked how it was going, I think I said, oh, it's going. Like.
What is your relationship with Brad?
We're just friends.
Okay. And how long have you known Brad?
The last person you said that you're just friends with, bro, y'all, you was fucking. So
17. No, I was younger than that.
Okay.
He's a friend of my dad's.
Okay. Have you ever been intimate with Brad?
No.
Okay. So you've never had sex with Brad in any way? Okay.
Brad eventually came in to speak with police, and what he revealed flipped everything Chasey just claimed on its head. The two had started talking on Facebook around May 2016, about 5 months earlier. This means that her relationship with Brad overlapped with the one she had with Michael. Unlike what she told Michael, though, Chasey had claimed to Brad that she'd been divorced since 2014.
I was with Chasey at least.
I don't know what state this is.
Probably 7.
Now, when you say with Chasey, was it just a hangout, or was that for sex, or?
Well, it's a lot of it was for sex.
It's clear that Chasey is leaving out a lot about her relationship with Brad.
I'm gonna be honest, bro. I'm gonna be honest. Ma'am, listen. You can't get mad at your husband for calling you a hoe if you are cheating on him with 2 different niggas at the same time. You genuinely can't now. I'm not co-signing the abuse part, but I'm just saying though, man. Like, you might be a little bit of a hoe. I'm just saying you might be. You be leaving your daughter at home to go cheat on your husband with random niggas you be meeting on Facebook to have sex with.
Begging
what
the
about
question,
your daughter?
What else is she not being honest about? Brad will eventually reveal even more of Chasey's secrets, including a twisted plan for the night Robert was shot. He's also not the only person to come forward about her illicit love life.
Sounds like my
Though,
father.
The detective speaking with Chasey asks her to go over Robert's shooting again. She repeats the same story she already told officers at the scene. This detective, however, isn't buying it.
I'm having a hard time with the fact that somebody, with you being 5 feet away, would shoot your husband and then just not even, would let you into the vehicle, not mess with you at all.
No, look, that's what I'm telling you. When I was trying to get away, there was someone standing right there, and they were coming up to me. But I just kept on running.
But you fell.
Okay. How close were they standing to the vehicle?
I don't know.
Okay, you're
He had to
saying
be
that
close. He shot your husband with a shotgun.
somebody there, and obviously they're close enough to shoot your husband.
I didn't see anybody standing there.
Earlier, though, when talking to Officer Meek, Chasey had claimed that she actually did see someone.
But you were on your...
Man. There was a man.
There was a man?
Yes.
Yeah.
Did you see
he
what
got
the man
shot
was
with a
wearing?
shotgun.
It was dark. No, my headlights were shining. He was wearing dark clothes. He wasn't as tall as you. I know. Just
here's the problem with this. Okay, from what you're saying, the blood splatter on your arm, the description that you're giving, it doesn't add up.
I didn't shoot my husband.
I'm not saying you did. I'm just saying that you might be more involved in what you're letting off.
I don't know how.
You keep talking about how you want to protect your daughter, you want to be with your daughter. Playing this role is not going to help you.
I'm not playing any role, that's the thing.
Look, your story does not add up with the evidence that's there.
Okay, but I feel like I'm being backed in the corner and I haven't done anything.
You are being backed in the corner.
I'm just saying your story doesn't add up. There needs to be more information and you're not providing it.
I don't know what...
The streak right there on your arm is a blood splatter, okay? You see how it splatters up your arm?
Yes.
That is not from...
I was not next to him. I was not next to him. When I touched him, I had blood running down my arm, and then I fell into a mud puddle.
That's obvious. I'm not denying that. We found your phone in the water. I believe that happened.
I don't know what
I'm not denying that. Here's my thing. You're saying that somebody just randomly killed your husband out in the middle of a field, okay, who then allows you to get into this vehicle, stop the vehicle, touch your husband, allow you to run past this guy, and never bother you. I don't buy it.
This a full court press. This a full court fucking press. Oh my god. Nah, this nigga's the GOAT.
It seems that investigators had their suspicions about Chasey from the first moment they saw Robert's body, as the responding deputy's dash cam audio reveals.
That's why I secured her. I got my doors locked and everything. Nobody can get her out.
Chasey also didn't help diminish any suspicion when Officer Meek came to speak with her while she was sitting in the back of a police vehicle at the crime scene.
Hey, Miss Pointer. I got some forms here I'd like you to read and fill out, if you will, okay? Basically, what they are is they're just consent to searches. So basically saying that we're allowed to look at your phone and look in your purse and look at your residence and that kind of stuff, okay?
Okay.
All right?
Don't you have to wait until she's in a stable state of mind before you make her sign something like this? Or am I tripping?
Do I need an attorney or anything? I mean, am I in trouble?
I've read you your rights, and you understood your rights, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. If you would like to speak to an attorney, that's totally up to you.
Okay. I don't know. I've never. I don't know.
No, it's fine. Listen to me. Would you like me to read you your rights again?
No, I heard you first. But
Okay.
I don't know. I've never been in trouble before.
No, and I'm not saying you're in trouble.
I know.
Make no mistake.
I don't know.
We're doing an investigation right now because we're trying to find out what happened. That's all we're doing, okay?
That's fine.
So you tell me. Are you willing to fill my paperwork out or no? Yes or no? It's up to you.
That's fine. I don't know. I don't know if it's. I'm fine with it.
Okay.
I don't have anything to hide.
Okay.
After a bit more hesitation, Chasey signed the consent form. However, despite her claim, she had a lot to hide, though she denied it while in interrogation.
I don't know what else you want to tell you. I'm telling you the truth.
I want to know who pulled the trigger.
I don't know who pulled the trigger.
See, I think you do, and that's the problem.
No, I don't. I don't know what else you want me to tell you.
I want you to tell me the truth.
I am telling you the truth. I don't know.
It's literally impossible that she doesn't know who pulled the trigger if he actually got shot with a shotgun. That's literally not possible.
Know who pulled the trigger. I don't know anything.
Look, the way your husband was killed, somebody was right next to him.
I wasn't right next to him.
You were within 5 feet of where he died.
I wasn't right next to him.
Your own admission of where you were standing, you were within 5 feet of this man being murdered, and you're saying you didn't see anything, you didn't see anybody standing there.
No.
I don't buy it. I think you're full of crap. I want you to tell me the truth. I want you to tell me who pulled the trigger.
I don't know.
I would believe you if you said you didn't pull the trigger.
I didn't.
I would. But I want to know who did. And I do not believe you that you do not know.
I don't know. I
think you're full of crap.
Oh my god.
I don't know who pulled the trigger. I really don't know. I don't know. I don't. I did not kill my husband. I don't know who killed my husband. I don't know. I don't want
Man is engaged Aiden right now. He is, bro.
I wanted our family to be normal again. That's all I wanted. I don't know who pulled the trigger. I really don't.
I don't believe you. It's that simple.
The detective then begins to develop a theory, asking Chasey if she ever vented to Michael Garza about her problems with Robert. She admits that she did.
He knows he's hit me before because he saw the bruises on my arm. And that
Okay.
was probably a week or two ago. I've got bruises on the back of my legs. I've got random bruises from Robert. It could just be him grabbing me. He's done this to me for 7 years. There's been times that he will get upset and he'll grab me by the hair and he'll slam my head up against the window. It's
Damn.
I don't know why. I know I can be a pill to deal with, and I know that.
Michael wasn't the only man Chasey made these kinds of allegations to.
Also Brad.
She also
Also
made similar
Brad.
claims to Brad, the other man she was seeing.
She told me that he would drag her around. I asked her over and over and over. I said, "Why don't you go to the police, Chasey?" And she would tell me that he would kill her.
Need this nigga interrogated and B-mace for when he gets arrested soon. I'm not getting arrested. Yeah, she had her husband. She had 2 other niggas she was fucking at the same time. She was married with her husband. But then her husband called her a whore. And she was like, hey, that's really mean. And I'm not one to be running around with those types of accusations, Jojo. But I'm just saying the 2 different niggas that you was fucking while you was married. And then she was just leaving her... She was leaving her daughter with random niggas.
Along with this, Chasey had also told Brad about an incident with Robert, one that casts a different light on the current situation.
I think he told her before she pointed a gun at him, maybe if she pointed a gun at him that time. I think she said he told her that there's something about they'll carry her out in a body bag.
Well,
and Chasey told me that she told him, no, they'll carry you out in a body bag.
Hey, Chasey stood on business. Chasey stood on business. Chasey stood on business. Hold up now. Hold up now, Chasey. Hold up now, Chasey. I might be on your side after this one. I might be on your side. She not lying. She not lying.
While she hasn't admitted to it, Chasey has been keeping another secret. She wasn't just cheating on Robert with Michael and Brad, but also a third man named Sean.
God damn, nigga. Oh my God. Nigga, anybody. There's gonna be a 4th nigga soon also. Why not? Why not, bro? Yo, how did she even have enough time to fuck this many niggas while married and raising a daughter?
Just like the others, she told him about her alleged issues with Robert. Chasey had met Sean at a firefighter event before they started talking on Facebook. He eventually came forward and spoke with police, claiming that he and Chasey had been seeing each other for around 7 months, from September 2015 to July.
Oh, so he's the OG. Damn, he's the OG in this shit. Okay, so Sean was first, then Brad came in, but then Brad's dick was kind of weak. Like, Brad's shit wasn't hitting for nothing, and shit was getting rocky with Sean. So she was like, damn, I gotta find Michael. So there was a little time where Michael, Brad, and Sean all overlapped, but for the most part, it was mostly Sean. It was mostly Sean. Okay, Sean.
16. This time period overlapped with her relationships with both Brad and Michael.
She told me on a couple of occasions that he, would put hands on her or, threaten her. I mean,
She eating down.
Threaten to divorce her.
She doing
take
something.
the kid and everything, stuff like that. But I mean, she basically painted him to be a monster. Well, she had said that a day or so before, he had grabbed her and was physical with her, and there wouldn't be anything. No finger marks on the arm, nothing around the throat, nothing.
Just like with Brad, Chasey had made a concerning comment to Sean.
There were times that she would say, she wished she died in the fire, or stuff like that. And,
Wow.
I just kind of blew it off.
In her
That
interrogation,
nigga didn't
the
care.
detective
He was just trying to fuck. Sean was just trying to fuck. He did not care what she was talking about her weak ass husband. That nigga was not caring.
continues
I know
to
he
try
wasn't.
and pry the truth from Chasey.
So let me ask you this: so was this something set up that Mikey had done to get him out of the way so y'all could be together?
No.
Was this something that he had done to I guess, retaliate to protect you? I guess Robert?
That I don't know. That I really don't know. At one point I told him, I said, I don't have any way out. I'm just going to throw my hands up and just stay with them. I told him this a couple days ago.
But he wanted to divorce you. You had a way out.
I stayed with him for almost 7 years. What's the rest of the time until he gets older? And he said, you shouldn't have to live like that. He would tell me he was going to come over and basically just beat him up, is what he was telling me.
Like he was.
Yeah.
Where was the daughter in all of
There's
this?
no need for that. It's fine. I can handle on my own. And I kept telling him, I don't want you involved. That's what I told him.
Okay. So here's what I think happened. I think Mikey's involved in this. Okay. And I'd even go so far as to say that you probably didn't have any knowledge of his actions. Okay.
Well, I would hope to God that he wouldn't have done that.
Nah, he didn't do it.
He knew that Robert and I were having problems. He knew that I wanted to try to work things out. And just like tonight.
Well, so that's part of the problem. You say you wanted to work things out. You had sex with him tonight, even though you wanted to work things out. You probably told him you loved him. He has already told you within 3 months that he loved you, which is pretty quick.
Yes.
I'd say that,
He told me tonight.
Obsession.
Yeah, damn. Robert did cheat on his wife for 20 years for a 22-year-old. Damn. Oh, wait a minute. Nah, Robert is also a shady nigga, though. I mean, they're all shady niggas. Like, this whole... Everybody nasty, bro. Everybody nasty.
He would do violent things for you. I believe that you saw Mikey do this, you panicked, and that's the way you went, which is why you are unscathed in this. Somebody that just cold-blooded murders somebody, okay, does not let another witness just leave.
I didn't see anybody, but if I had to guess from things that he said to me before, I would say it was him.
That's not good enough. That is not good enough.
He has made comments to me about family and friends.
That's not good enough. You're 5 feet away. 5 feet. You're this table length distance away. Somebody taking a shotgun, pushing it right up against your husband's head. Boom!
The sound effect was not necessary, my nigga. The sound effect was deadass not necessary. But he makes a very good point. Boom!
No.
Boom! And you're telling me you see nothing? You see nothing.
There was nobody standing next to him.
There was nobody sitting next to him. So he just got shot point blank range with a shotgun to his fucking head. Nobody was there, though. Nobody was there. He fucking sniped him with a shotgun. Like,
nobody standing next to him. There was nobody standing next to him.
Following this confrontation, Chasey's story changes dramatically.
Don't lie to me. You're going to take a fall for this. You're never going to see your daughter again, okay? All because you're trying to protect somebody else.
He did it.
You saw him.
I didn't see him.
Then how do you know he did it?
Yo, this is my favorite detective I've ever seen in my life, bro.
I did. He had a box of gloves sitting on his kitchen table. A box of rubber gloves. He had
right.
a camo shirt sitting there next to it. He had a camo gun. I don't know.
Oh, get the fuck out of here. So you mean to tell me, hold up. You mean to tell me this nigga was sitting here. He had you over. He laid out his clothes on the table, said, outfit of the day, I'm about to go kill your husband. Yo, bro. Okay. Right. Yeah, okay. Sure. Nah, I believe it. Almost said gyat, but I refrained. All right. It's the last time I stand up.
Trash bag sitting next to it. I don't know what it was. I don't know anything. There was a trash bag sitting next to it.
She now adds another element, notably something she hasn't mentioned until now.
He has told me that his family is part of the Mexican mafia.
Get the Oh, God. Oh, my God. This story is unbearable. This story is unbearable.
Michael.
Okay.
And that he can make people disappear.
So Mikey told you that he can make people disappear?
Yes.
And what did you say to that?
I told him that that's not what I wanted.
Somewhat unsurprisingly, this new version contradicts something Chasey said earlier about
Mexicans don't even have the mafia. Aren't they the cartel? Yo, or am I a dumbass? Them niggas not even that's the Italians or some shit. That's the mafia. I don't know what the fuck the mafia is. It's like Italians or something. I don't know. It's not no Mexican mafia.
Michael while sitting in the back of a police cruiser at the crime scene.
Do you ever make any type of threats towards your husband or anything like that?
Nothing.
Now, though, Chasey is painting a very different picture of Michael.
And I kept telling him that I felt like if I got too far into this and
this is in Texas.
Like I was gonna be the one to disappear. And I even said that to him tonight because he kept saying, "I don't want him hitting you."
Now I think you're just trying to get me to shut up, and you're saying something that you think I want to hear.
Oh my God, good. Oh, yo, I'm not gonna lie to you, greatest press of all time, bro.
I don't know if he did it though.
Okay.
But from what he had sitting out on the table and the comments that he kept making, that's what I was going for. I told him, I said that I was gonna go to dinner with Robert, and he kept saying, "Well, if I find out where you're at, I'm gonna show up." And he
Hey, Alviana.
He said, "If I see him kiss you," he said, "I'm gonna cut his lips off."
When did he say this?
This was tonight.
Getting Michael's side of the story, though, was about to prove harder than expected. Later on, the same day as Chasey's interview, investigators decide to raid Michael's house with Texas Rangers and Rockwall SWAT after hearing that he'd returned there sometime after Robert's death.
Oh, damn. They threw a flashbang?
Despite the effort, there's no sign of Michael inside the residence or in his truck.
Here's some more camo and black.
What's good, Extra?
Why would you have a camera system and it facing the wall?
Oh.
Unless you have someone here you didn't want people to see.
Bless you, ma'am.
Yeah.
The hunt for Michael will continue. So
wait,
for now,
Sid, I gotta
investigators
hold
make
up.
do with Chasey's version of events. After a quick trip to
Sid,
the
check your
bathroom,
phone.
the detective continues questioning Chasey, and it seems like the break gave her time to think, because when they start up again, she has an entirely new series of events to share, now claiming that she actually did see Michael standing at the side of the Jeep.
When I took off running,
Mikey pushed you?
he pushed me down, and that's when I dropped my phone.
Well, I thought you said Mikey wasn't there. Oh, so now you took off running. Michael chased you, pushed you into the mud, and then walked away? I mean, surely they could see two sets of footprints if this was the case, though. Surely, if it was muddy.
I don't know how y'all can do it. If y'all can, the call was ended. He picked up my phone, he ended the call, and he threw it down in front of me, and I was on my hands and knees in the mud. Mm-hmm. I couldn't find it.
Though she'd been claiming up until now that she dropped her phone in the mud puddle, causing the 911 call to end, when authorities first arrived, Chasey slipped up.
The guy took it. I don't have it.
The guy took it.
Does this slip-up indicate that she's now finally telling the truth about what happened to her phone?
Okay.
And Michael took it from her? Or is this all still an elaborate lie?
I didn't want him dead. There was,
But you just didn't want him, you didn't want to be with him anymore.
No, I wanted to. I wanted us to work things out.
Despite this claim, Chasey had slipped up again while at the crime scene.
So your husband knew Mr. Garza?
No. And that's why we've been having problems. I didn't want to be married anymore.
Chasey's text messages also reveal another side to her story. When texting Sean, the third man she was seeing, about hers and Robert's relationship, Chasey wrote, I only have one way out of this, and it's not going to happen anytime soon. And I hate him so much, more than I've ever hated anything in my life. If that wasn't clear enough, she also told him that I would be better off with him gone, benefits, and can't lose custody. Chasey's
Wow. What's good, Sharp?
lies continue to pile up, and there are still many more to be exposed. After hearing her latest story, the detective leaves Chasey alone again.
Can't get his face off my head.
Here's what I want you to do, okay? I want you to write out everything that happened tonight, okay? Everything that's pertinent information, okay?
She gonna write it down and it's gonna be a different story again, huh? That's what's gonna happen. I'm not gonna lie, is it crazy that if they gave me a piece of paper and a pen, I'd ask some niggas if I could get like a laptop or something so I could type it. I'm not trying to write all that shit, but that shit is mad work. I'm not gonna lie. That's mad work to do.
Take your time. I want you to write it out. And remember, if you lie on here, it's against the law, okay? Charges could come to you if you lie, okay? Just know this is also your opportunity.
You a grown ass man? Yeah,
Mike,
bro.
He tries to throw you under the bus, because I guarantee you he will.
But like writing
This
is like
your
mad work
opportunity
though.
to get
Like
all
let
the
me
truth
type.
out there.
After filling out 5 pages
Yeah, no, I'm not writing no 5 pages, bro. I'm dead ass not writing 5 pages. I'm not.
for statement, the officer reviews it and then confronts Chasey with what he's discovered while he was out of the room, catching her in yet another lie. The area where she said her vehicle had become stuck didn't have any trees big enough for it to be trapped.
A four-wheel drive Jeep like that would not get stuck where you're saying it got stuck.
No, I wasn't telling him I was stuck. I told him that I went off the road. And that's what I called to tell him.
This is another direct contradiction to what Chasey said at the scene.
Where was it stuck? In the front, in the rear, the side?
It was in the front.
Okay.
There's a branch, and I couldn't get it to back up over it.
Okay.
And it was hung.
Yeah.
And there was tree branches on the inside.
Was it across the road, or was it
No,
on the side?
it's in the ditch. I went off into the ditch.
Okay.
All I can see is
You haven't seemed upset. You haven't. I don't know. It's almost been like just a blank slate, like almost like you've prepared for this.
Hearing this and perhaps realizing that she isn't going to be able to sell this story, Chasey once again adjusts the details, now saying that when Robert threatened to kick her out of the house, she asked Michael what they could do, and she claims he said he would have someone kill him or he would do it.
One thing he told me was, if I do this, you're going to be right there and you're going to watch it. And I told him I didn't want to. First he told me that he wanted me to meet him in Dallas to talk. And he kept saying that he wanted me to bring him as far into Dallas as he could, or as I could, because he wanted to make it look like a robbery.
According to Chasey's latest version, Michael had planned to burn
Yo, Nat, thank you for the gift this up to Albiana. I appreciate you, Nat.
Robert's truck and the clothes he was wearing in order to cover up the evidence. However, that didn't happen, and so they went with a new plan. Chasey admits that she drove down the rural road, went into the ditch, and called Robert to come to the spot where Michael told her to stop. Now that she finally seems to be closer to the truth, Chasey goes over the shooting once again.
Robert had pulled the Jeep out. And I heard the move. He didn't even have time to react. And he shot. Oh my God. He shot him.
Yeah, of course he shot him. That's what you plan to do.
I told him to stop.
Thought what?
You were screaming at Michael to stop?
Yes.
What's good, little sis?
I wanted him to know what it's like.
You're late. I'm not gonna lie.
Be bullied all the time.
I posted it on YouTube though, Cece. If you want to watch
How
it,
worthless I am.
like it'll be up later today or tomorrow.
Even though it seems like Chasey has finally begun to divulge the truth, there's another element that she has withheld from all versions of her story. When Brad came to speak with detectives, he revealed that around the time of the shooting, he was actually in contact with Chasey.
Whenever you guys said I talked to Chasey about 10 o'clock at night, it was a night obvious of the murder. She told me she was at the hospital.
Chasey made the call to 911 at 10:48 p.m., meaning that Chasey was on the phone with Brad just before the shooting.
Damn.
To explain the time she was spending with Robert or one of the other men she was seeing, Chasey had told Brad that her grandfather was sick and was visiting him in the hospital. She even...
Damn, that's how you got away with your cheating or whatever? You telling people that your family is sick and you in the hospital visiting them? Meanwhile, you just out there getting dick down? Like, damn. Have some morals.
told him that he'd passed away that evening.
I even got messages showing she was on her way to my house whenever all this went down, but I thought she was leaving the hospital.
Brad now suspects that Chasey had planned for him to be her alibi for the time of Robert's shooting, as she was supposed to stay the night with him. For now, the detective makes do with the current story he has from Chasey.
We're going to do this again. Okay? Write out everything that happened in this time, everything that you told me. Okay?
More writing?
I'm talking about the emotions. This is one of the emotions that I think you're truly being sincere about.
He made me feel like all the time. But when he wasn't being he pushed me to be a better person.
Chasey is left alone to once again write up a new statement. During his interview, Brad posited a theory that Chasey may have had ulterior motives when telling him about Robert allegedly hurting her.
Why would she show me this gun or where? Why would she be telling me that he was abusive and this and that? I mean, either he was or she was trying to get me to say, I'll help you. You know?
Brad would eventually share one more shocking story. The day after Chasey's interview, investigators are still...
Sid! Thank you for the 3 gifted subs. Why was that? Hello? Oh, my mom says hi.
Looking for Michael and decide to speak with his mother and brother.
We've got to make contact with him, okay? And the longer it goes, the more the hunt intensifies, if you will. You understand what I'm saying?
We have every intention of that boy presenting himself to.
Can't lie, I've used got a family member of the hospital excuse a couple times. Wasn't to cheat. I just get annoyed very quickly with too much expected contact, and I was annoyed and didn't want to talk. There had to be a better way to communicate that than saying that your family's in the hospital. I feel like, now this is just the way I am. I don't like lying about like people I care about being in the hospital. Now, I'm not gonna lie to you. If I ever say, hey, I can't do something, my grandma's in the hospital, that means I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck about my grandma, bro. I'm gonna be honest, I don't care. So, I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. That's the only person I use as an excuse. Real shit.
I know, but listen to me. I'd like it to occur tonight, like just within the next few hours. If y'all could get it to do it, we can promise his safety as long as he acts right. No harm will come to him. I can promise you that.
I just realized that my dad has cancer before. Jax, when was the last time you talked to your dad?
I don't know much. I don't know like the whole picture of the story. I know I didn't raise a boy that is evil.
Never?
Like that.
Though Michael's family was sure he would turn himself in, he didn't. And so investigators continued their search for him.
Yeah,
Chasey
Justin,
was
mad
left
shit.
alone once she finished writing up her newest statement, but she will soon be joined by someone who throws a wrench in her allegations about Robert. Until then, it seems that Chasey has finally realized her lies have come crashing down around her.
Come on, Sid.
I'm so sorry. I just wanted to stop beating up on me.
Chasey is eventually joined by her mother and her stepdad.
You're not hurt physically? Can you tell us?
The truth. And it's being recorded. Robert and I have been having problems again. And he said he's gonna kick me out.
Well,
Then he's gonna take from me again.
I would kick you out if you was fucking 3 other niggas at the same time while being married to me also. But that's just me though. That's just the way I
talked to Robert yesterday. I know. No. But he's still pushing me around.
I don't condone that though.
Mama, you don't
Wait.
live there. You're not gonna yell at me, Jason. I'm not.
Chasey's own mother isn't the only one who has reservations about her claim that Robert hurt her.
Robert wasn't even abusive? Oh. Oh my God. No way.
Chasey and Robert's neighbor later spoke with police, and she claimed to have spent a lot of time with the couple.
I look at this and I look at, how she says that he was beating her and she just wanted him to be hurt. And I'm like, no, there's no way. There's no way. And all the times that we sat there, never once did she ever say anything to me about, he's abusive or he did this, never saw any bruises, never, they seemed to be this happy couple.
She never shied away if he lifted his arm or anything like that.
Robert's ex-wife, Amy, also has her doubts about Chasey's allegations.
Did you ever see him get physically abusive with her?
No. He stood there. Anytime we saw that she would lose it, he just stood there and took it, because he was a big man. So, it didn't really faze him,
Okay. Was he ever physically abusive to you?
No.
Even the ex-wife? Oh my God. Oh my God.
If he got upset about something, he was more inclined to be quiet about, and then bring it up later, at a later time. But no, he never was abusive, never, I don't even remember him ever yelling or anything like that.
Robert's daughter, Nicole, also shared a story about a fight she witnessed between Chasey and Robert, casting further uncertainty on Chasey's claims.
They got into an argument, Dad and Chasey did.
Okay.
And she threw herself into a wall and said, was trying to act like he was the one hurting her. But I visually.
What's good, Faulty? What's good, Darius? She threw herself into a wall?
Watched her throw herself into the wall and then start yelling about Robert, stop it. And he was like, what are you talking about? And it was very confusing.
Back in the interrogation room, Chasey attempts to plead with her mother and stepdad.
I didn't want him to kill. I just wanted I just wanted him to scare to oh no.
You just wanted Michael Garza to scare Robert.
Stop it. You're hurting me.
Yo, she's really a dumbass.
Shirley, do you want to go out? Officer, can we get my wife out, please?
I yelled at him and I told him not to. I did. I told him not to. And as I was walking up, he did it. I told him not to.
After Chasey's mom leaves the room, her stepdad attempts to get Chasey to see the big picture.
I need you to calm down so you don't physically get a heart attack or a stroke, okay? What's done is done. Now we got to try and work our way through the details and see what to do next, okay? There's nothing I or your mother can do for you right now, okay?
Please.
We will. You know we will. You don't have to worry about that.
I don't.
We haven't told her anything. Okay?
After taking some time to calm herself down, Chasey's mother returns.
We're trying to get her to eat something.
You need to take care of yourself, Chasey.
She's cooked. She's cooked. By the way, chat, because y'all can't see, she's been in this shit for 6.5 hours. Yo, bro, she be getting pressed for 6.5 hours. I ain't gonna lie, this is bad. She killed someone or ordered him to get killed, AJ, which is just as bad.
Though she's repeated her story countless times by now, when speaking with her mom, Chasey adds a new detail, this time about the location of her wedding ring.
You don't have any shoes or anything?
My shoes are gone. He has my wedding ring. Who? My wedding ring.
Oh.
Why?
He took my earrings and my wedding ring.
There seems to be a pattern for her. This is another departure from what Chasey claimed earlier.
My wedding ring is in that puddle.
Okay.
My wedding ring is in that puddle.
There's still one more element of this twisted story. Though Chasey had concocted an intricate web of lies, everything had started to fall apart in recent weeks. Just under 2 weeks before Robert's death, Brad decided to go to Chasey's house when she wasn't answering her phone. He'd been to the house many times before, and Chasey told him that she lived there alone with her daughter. He claimed to have never seen any sign of Robert until that night.
She answers the door in kind of a frantic way and is pushing me down the sidewalk. Like, opens the door, answers the door, and just kind of like shoves me back on. She said, Brad, he's here. Just get on going. I said, Chase, easy. I said, don't worry about whatever. She said, no, get going, Brad. He'll kill you or whatever. That's what she told me.
Earlier in her interrogation, Chasey made an offhand comment about Robert wondering who had come to the house. It seems that the person he was inquiring about had been Brad.
And he kept asking me who came to the house, and I kept telling him I didn't know who came to the house.
Despite Chasey's denials, it seems that Robert suspected Chasey was seeing other men.
Well, she was seeing, yeah, she was.
Even installed a security system inside the home to try and catch her. Robert's daughter actually spoke to him a few hours before his death, confirming that he'd planned to leave and take his and Chasey's daughter with him.
He was complaining, kind of, about her and how I guess the marriage was not really a marriage anymore. Like, she didn't sleep in the same bedroom, and it wasn't sunshine and rainbows.
Sure.
And he said she was kind of nuts. And then he also told me that he was supposed to meet her that night so they could try to work things out. Like, because he wanted a divorce. And he was going to try and take.
In the interrogation room, Chasey's mother struggles to come to terms with what her daughter has done.
I don't know.
Damn, bro.
It was that bad. Why couldn't you come to us? No. I didn't want to. I can't. Tracy, I love you, but I can't.
That's real, though.
Kill our Robert, Tracy. Kill our Robert. I didn't want him to do it. I just wanted him to scare him enough that he would quit doing it for me. I don't want to hear it anymore. I love you.
After her mother leaves, Chasey once again breaks down in tears, but she isn't left alone for long.
Ma'am.
She's under arrest.
Come on over here.
You're being placed under arrest for conspiracy to commit murder. You understand that?
Turn around, put your hands behind your back. She's going to pat you down, okay? Right quick. Just put your hands up there. She's going to pat you down.
Do you have anything on you?
Hell no, she
If you
don't.
have anything on you,
I don't.
in you, and they find it at the jail, you could be charged with it. Just understand that, okay?
The only thing is I just have a gun battery. That's all I have.
Okay, they'll take care of that. Okay, let me see your hands. I'm going to put the gun real loud, okay? Okay, you good right there? See how it's moving? You got small wrists.
Following Chasey's arrest, Michael Garza turned himself in 2 days after Robert was shot.
Yeah, Sharp. She got a phone battery on her for some reason. Like, get the fuck out of here. You're in a courtroom for 8+ hours, sleepy, hungry. They just keep interrogating you on the same shit over and over. You're either gonna slip up or admit to some shit you didn't do. True.
To hear his version of events, they would be sorely disappointed.
How are you? How about yourself? Doing all right. My name's Michael Burke. I'm the detective from Roy City, okay? Why stand up for me? Take your handcuffs off of me.
As soon as the detective gets Michael's handcuffs off, he reads him his Miranda rights.
I'll tell you what. I'm going to give you an opportunity to speak. Tell me your side of the story, okay? We've already talked to Chasey. This is your opportunity to kind of say your side of the story, what happened, and we'll go from there. Speak with the attorney. Okay.
Michael Garza never did share his side of the story. However, some of his friends came forward and spoke with police, sharing what he apparently told them. They said that following Robert's shooting, Michael came directly to their house and made comments about up, and said that he was in big trouble. He also claimed that, quote, the set me up. In his version of events, Michael told his friends that Chasey asked him to go with her to meet her husband that night. He says he brought his shotgun and drove in Chasey's Jeep together. He claimed that as they drove, Chasey said they were just going to kill them. Michael said that he got scared, got out of the Jeep, and ran into the woods. He claimed that when he heard a gunshot, he then ran all the way back to Quinlan. His friends were skeptical of this story, especially because he added that he saw the police lights as they responded to Chasey's 911
That's
call.
cat.
Yet he'd apparently been running away at the time they would have arrived at the scene. As well, other evidence turned up. On October 17th, while harrowing a field near the back road where Robert was shot, a farmer came across something and immediately called the police.
Shotgun.
Oh. And they got the murder weapon?
The firearm wasn't the only discovery made in that field.
It's gonna hurt us because it's inside out.
A balaclava is also found abandoned nearby. With Chasey's confession and this evidence, Michael Garza was convicted of first-degree murder for the intentional use of a deadly weapon and sentenced to 99 years in prison.
That's just fucked up, bro. You might as well just, I mean, come on, bro. 99 years in prison? There ain't nothing you can do with 99 years.
Chasey Pointer, on the other hand, was convicted of first-degree murder for intentionally causing Robert's death and sentenced to life in prison.
Damn, bro. Damn. Bro, I'm not gonna lie to you. That might have been. I can put these clothes away. The outfit of the day. He didn't talk, so he didn't get life. I mean, you might as well got life. 99 years is life, right?